Welcome to Digimon Ghost Gaze. This is a podcast about the latest winter fashion trends. So, hot tip for this season, try wearing a little scarf over top of your little bandana. I'm Emery, my pronouns are he, she, they.
I'm Morg, my pronouns are they, them. It's just us two.
Yeah, no Elvire, unfortunately, today. They're feeling a little under the weather and having a scratchy voice, so hopefully we'll see them again next week, but for now it's just us. And we're talking about episode 7 of Digimon Ghost Game entitled Birds. This one's about birds.
This one's about birds. This one's about Birdemic. I've never seen that movie, but that's what I assume Birdemic is about. It's just...
Yeah, no, it's definitely a reference to Birdemic and not any other horror movie.
I don't know any other ones. I don't know.
The Birds. I've never seen that one. I thought
that one either.
Yeah. You know, I thought about watching it, like, in the week before we did this recording, and I was like, maybe that would, provide some useful context for this episode. And then that thought immediately left my head.
Imagine retaining thoughts that you've
Imagine
had.
retaining thoughts.
It's a miracle that I've retained enough of the show that I watch, like, an hour before we record. Honestly. I was gonna say something else. This is a very crow-centric episode, and I'm like, damn, this show is showing how much crows are actually assholes. And it's true, and they are. And I'm saying that as someone who's, like, is a crow. Like, I just, like, they're too smart, and that's the problem. Like...
Yeah.
If you had told me that these birds were just doing it... Well, they're not being controlled, are they? Well, we'll get into it, I guess. But, yeah, they're just kind of doing the Digimon's bidding for fun.
Yeah, no. They are... Those crows are so prepared for organized violence. It's too real.
They're just, they're an organized labor force, it's fine. I wish they actually were, though.
Let's get into the episode recap. So we start off with a man with big bags under his eyes and a hat and kind of a shabby looking beard. And, he's just minding his... I guess I kind of assumed it was like a pet shop or something, but maybe he's just like a dude with a bunch of birds.
I think this is just his house.
Huh, yeah, because he's got like a bunch of bird cages just like lining the walls.
This dude loves birds.
Loves birds. And he's about to love a bird even more because there's this light outside his window, and then his window explodes, and he gets knocked off his feet, and there's, shards of glass everywhere. And you see the silhouette of this big, giant crow. And, this guy's lying on the ground. For a second, you're like, oh shit, is he dead? And he's not dead, because it's a kid's show. But,
Then again, they do kill Digimon. Not in this... season, but
Yeah, no on-screen character death as of yet. We haven't gone that far, but yeah, no, but he is alive. He opens his eyes and he says, "I love my bird wife," shedding a single tear.
He really does say beautiful. He's just like, beautiful, and I'm like, dude, are you okay? I didn't realize he was gonna, like, keep showing up. I was just like, oh, this dude is traumatized by Big Bird.
No, he loves Bird.
He loves Bird. Is this when it, like, cuts to... Oh, yeah, the bird doesn't look like a hologram either.
No,
Did you
yeah,
notice that?
I think this bird must have materialized because it didn't have like the usual like hologram effects. I think this is just a Digimon just existing out in the world. How did that happen? Fucked up.
Is this... Oh, no, it doesn't cut to the kids yet, because it cuts to, like, a girl whose bird escapes. Because, like, there's just this girl... I think Is it one of Ruli's... Oh,
yeah, this is Mika. I did, in fact, refer to my screenshot from episode 4 where all of Ruli's friends were introduced, and it was like, yeah, it's that one with the haircut. It's Mika.
Yeah, they do say her name in this episode for us who don't remember that screenshot. But she was just like looking at her phone like, oh, I took a nice picture of a bird. And then she opens the door and her bird's gone. And the fucking cage is smashed. There's crows in there. What am I talking about? There's crows in there. First of all,
not only has her room been burglarized, then she gets attacked by some crows, and, she just has to, like, throw the door shut as, like, these crows are just, like, pounding against it. And it's like, uh-oh, this child's in trouble.
She, like, does open the door eventually and, like, sees that all the birds are gone, but that includes her pet bird. I don't remember its name. It's just a little sparrow.
Yeah, the bird's name is Chiruru. Because I, having podcasted about Hunter x Hunter long enough, I know that you gotta write down names sometimes because they can be very easy to forget.
Absolutely.
So now we cut to the gang. Gammamon is wearing a little scarf, as alluded to earlier. Everyone's in, their little winter outfits. They've all got jackets and stuff, and it's very, very cute.
It's very cute. I'm like, oh, it's cold out.
It's cold out. We've really reached that time of the year where I am very much missing seeing the sun. I can't see it right now. Where the heck did it go? But, as a trade-off, I do get to see these little winter outfits, and that's nice.
True.
So, Gammamon, he's got a little box of chocolate there. He's got some, like, little... I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they sort of look...
balls. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, just like little round guys. And, he tries to pour some into his hand... But he's just got these little paws that I guess are terrible for holding, because they just roll right off. They land on the ground, and then some crows snatch him up.
He calls them before that happens. He's still calling him champion. He's still like chocolate is champion to him. And then he's like, "No, my champion, no!" When the birds are like eating it. And he tries to go after them, but his cute little bat wings just don't go fast enough. He's too chumbly. He's too like... No. He's not aerodynamic like a bird. He just has like enough energy to kind of like float there,
Yeah, no. It is explicitly pointed out that, he's not fast enough to keep up with a bird. I wonder if this will be relevant later in the bird episode.
I wonder if this means anything.
I wonder if this could possibly mean anything. Is this one everyone... I think Ruli calls everyone to help out because she learned about Mika's missing bird.
Yeah, this is one that happens because I think they do all come, but I think like Kiyoshiro at first is just kind of like, I'll be busy. I guess that's after they kind of talk to Mika. Where they're like, oh yeah, my bird's gone. The little lock on the cage is melted off.
Yeah.
Which is kind of freaky. Like, what the fuck? Like, obviously, like, the crows did it, but it's like, how did they do that? They don't have fire powers.
Crows can't melt steel beams.
Crows can't melt steel beams.
So we do see a helpful news report talking about this big bird-like drone, as the reporter puts it.
Okay, I missed they called it a drone. I was like, what do they think it is?
Yeah, no, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's a Digimon. We gotta sort this out.
They're like, wow, a giant drone. Fucked up.
Yeah.
I wonder if they think it's that creepy guy's drone. He shows up later. Spoiler, I guess.
He does he seem like does he strike you as a drone operator? I think probably no, because drones and birds are natural enemies of each other.
Yeah, they're kind of enemies. Unless he thought he could pretend to be one with the drone or something. I'm not sure. But no, probably not. Yeah, they all decide oh, this is Digimon, we should figure out where the Digimon's going, why, because they find out, other birds are being let loose, too. We get, cuts of this throughout the episode, kind of, but, eventually the kids will, see, oh, the pet shop has police there, or whatever, and, the windows are broken open, and, wow, someone else has their cage just on the ground, just open randomly, and they're getting these reports and stuff.
Yeah, I think a little bit before that, Kiyoshiro is reluctant to help out. He's saying I got my dorm leader responsibilities, so I think I'm gonna sit this one out, not because I'm scared or anything. And then Jellymon bamboozles him very, very easily.
Yeah, she sure does. Before that, though, also Hiro is just okay, if you're busy. And Kiyoshiro seems to be, very, thrown off by this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna beg me? He doesn't say that, but he seems very oh, all right. And then Jellymon tricks him into doing it anyway.
Yeah, she basically just says, oh, so you're not up to it? And then he says, what are you talking about? I'm the genius middle schooler with a master's degree. Of course I can do it. And then he's like, shit, fuck. Why did I say that?
What does Kiyoshiro do all day, though? Because they ask him this, because he already has the master's. So they're kind of what do you do during the day when people are in class if you're just kind of the dorm guy?
They explicitly point out that he does not have to go to class. He's already, graduated and gotten his master's degree. There's no academic reason for his being here. He's just...
It's a social reason, I guess.
Yeah. No, he's probably just watching anime. He's probably, doing some hacking.
He's probably gaming all damn day.
He's probably gaming. He's on his Fortnite.
Have you seen his rig? Pretty fucking good.
Pretty good. He's got 17 monitors.
You don't need 17 monitors, my man.
He is only doing Fortnite dances in the crispest 8K quality.
Ruli has another name for him.
Yeah.
It's Higachi.
Yeah.
He's I'm Higachi now? What the fuck?
Still hasn't learned his name, which is a very good bit.
It's a good bit. It's man, we've worked together a few times now. You don't know my fucking name? No. But she learned Heroes just fine.
Yeah. Listen, Kiyoshiro has a lot of syllables compared to Hiro.
So true. Is this when we see, some clips of the news that are, showing the bearded guy, helping the Digimon out?
I'm not sure. I know we get some of that during, the, when they actually are investigating. The next thing on my notes is you know, when he's up on the roof with, you know, his like little his little bird cult talking about Birdtopia.
Yep, this happens next because he doesn't follow them until he like talks to the big boss bird, and he's like, I want to help let all the birds go. I like what you're doing. I want to join your cult.
Yeah.
He doesn't say the word cult, but he might as well.
Yeah, so the big bird never speaks throughout the course of this episode, but you know, this man is just sort of like saying, oh, I understand. You want to release all the birds in the city and free them from the human ego and create a paradise for birds? I'm so into it.
I thought he was gonna get attacked by all the birds, but he wasn't. Like, the Digimon that we still don't know the name of yet, like makes all the crows like glow.
Yeah.
And then he's like watching this happen, and then it cuts away. So I'm like, oh, is he fucked up? But like, no, he wasn't.
No, he just loves his bird wife.
He's just helping now.
Yeah, he's helping.
He opens the door for the crows now.
Yeah, that's literally his only function, is to open doors. It's pretty good.
He got thumbs.
Yeah. Can't open a door with wings, at least not yet. When crows really figure out our doorknob technology, then that's when we're fucked.
Honestly, though. They're like, oh, we can burn shit down with Digimon magic? Let's fucking destroy everything.
Yeah, they're so ready for it.
Why did my notes say something about the FBI?
Because Kiyoshiro and Jellymon are like setting up a little information center, I think in probably just one of the schoolrooms. And yeah, I think Kiyoshiro says something about like, yeah, we'll be like, you know, we'll be even better than the FBI, which like not a high bar to clear, honestly.
Yeah, I was like, that's not hard, bud. Like, then again, he's probably used to like FBI and media, you know.
Yeah, no, does he watch X-Files, or is it too scary for him?
I think it might be too scary for him. I think
so.
Jellymon likes X-Files.
Yeah,
so.
No. Jellymon...
I think Jellymon forces him to watch X-Files now, though.
Yeah, no. Jellymon thinks it's really funny whenever someone gets abducted by aliens.
Yeah. She sure does. Are there any jellyfish aliens? I haven't seen all of it, I should say. I've seen a good chunk, but
yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen any X-Files, but I don't recall any sort of jellyfish monsters.
There should be jellyfish aliens. They're kind of scary, you know, a little. It cuts to Hiro and his friend that I forget the name of.
Me too. I did you know, I was talking about putting names in my notes earlier, but I failed to do so for this guy. It's the one guy. It's Hiro's friend. It's that guy. And
he's the one that got old in the first episode.
Hiro's old friend who looks young again. He is apparently a member of the animal caretaking club, and I guess they've got like a little chicken coop out there on the school ground or something. Some kind of bird hut.
Probably something that flies, because they flew away. If they were like chickens, they would just be kind of like chilling on the ground, I think.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. They might have run away. We just know that there were like feathers on the ground. I don't know what kind of pet birds a middle school would necessarily be keeping, but yeah, I don't know. Could have been chickens, could have been something else. But yeah.
Wow, I was trying to look up his friend's name on Wikipedia, and it's not even on there. He's just so unimportant. Rip to him.
Wow. Really roasting this side character. It is Kotaro Nomura from my episode 1 notes.
Thank you. It's not that important, but I was just like, damn. I was just trying to look it up real quick, and I was like, damn, no one fucking care him.
No, do we even see his face in this episode? I don't really remember.
Yeah.
I guess we must have. He's
very briefly.
Yeah,
but yes.
No, he's on screen for like a second or something.
Yeah, he's just trying to pick up chicks with chicks.
Yeah, so the coop has been busted into. Once again, we got one of these little digital locks that's been completely melted.
It like shows the locks having like binary code though. Like Hiro seems to see it like coming off of it. It's very like a Digimon was here.
Yeah, no, extremely so. Yeah, presumably, like, Hiro can see it because I guess, like, maybe his Digivice allows him to see, like, other, like, digital effects and phenomenon besides just, hologram ghosts.
Right. Yeah.
So this is where we get the montage of man going around and opening all the doors to like pet shops and and I guess like people's houses so the crows can go in and wreck shit up.
Yeah. Eventually this guy is also like caught on camera and they tell like Kiyoshiro about this and he's like, I gotta readjust my whole ideas here for tracking where they're going next, and he figures out that I did not really understand why this is what happens, but the birds are being released in like the golden spiral, the Fibonacci sequence or whatever it's called. I was like, do Digimon just know this? I don't understand.
Yeah. Truly, who could say why they have chosen their targets of attack in such a pattern, but it is like very useful for our protagonists because calculating the Fibonacci sequence ain't hard.
Yeah, so they like figure out like the next place, which is going to be like the center of the spiral, of course.
Yeah.
And it's a bird sanctuary.
I think not necessarily. I think I got the impression that it was like, the next like outer, I guess, arm of the spiral.
Oh, like it was in and went out. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the impression that I got. I don't know if I'm right. Okay.
I think you're right. I think I just misinterpreted because I think that's what I would have done is like gone towards the center. But then I guess like it would make sense to go the other way because then you have more places to go and like they can probably they probably didn't think they'd have like a stopping place at the bird sanctuary. That just happens to be the next place. Yeah. And this is a big deal. Hiro realizes this is like a problem. Because of all the like it has a lot of like predator birds and stuff.
Yeah, no, the place they're targeting is the Fujinohana Bird Sanctuary, which is like it's like this. For some reason I'm remembering 3 big geodesic domes, but was it just one? Is my brain whack?
I think there was 3. I think there was like a center one.
Yeah. Yes, so we've got these big geodesic domes. They got birds in there, and Hiro says that there's a bunch of predator birds that could be like a real problem if they were released.
They would like instead of just like freaking out, the birds could like hurt people. So they like realize for some reason that the bird heists only happen during the day. I think they like kind of regroup at night is what the implication was when like that guy found all the birds.
Yeah.
Because then they are done for the night, and they go like the next day, although it's like early the next day because it's still dark out.
Yeah, and so they're grouping up at this bird sanctuary, and sure enough, this man and his bird wife and their army of birds are all showing up. Yeah, so they fight, Hero, I think I don't remember this scene too clearly, and I didn't take, like, a ton of notes, but I think, like, Hero, starts to try, saying, like, hey, you can't attack this place, and then you just attack him, and just a fight starts happening.
They're fighting above the Old Friends Senior Bird Sanctuary.
Yeah.
And
damn, I bet that place does have like a pretty cool Instagram.
Ooh, yeah, probably. It's funny because like all three of the Digimon can fly, but none of them can fly as well as this bird.
Yeah.
Digimon, who we finally get the name of, I think.
Yeah, this is Gammamon, which is actually a partner Digimon from Savers. It is one of the evolutions of Falcomon, so this is like a familiar burb. We know this guy.
That is nice. I haven't seen Savers, so I didn't know that. I mostly know Falcomon from Adventure 2, right?
That was Hawkmon.
Oh, that was Hawkmon.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Falcomon.
Wrong bird.
Falcomon and his evolutions are in Cyber Sleuth, though, so he's in there too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, not only the birds are attacking, but this fucking old man puts little boy Hero in a full Nelson.
Yeah, I was like, this human man, adult man, is fucking choking this child. What the fuck is going on? I was like, this has become way more serious, because usually, like, the Digimon seem to, like, avoid people, or, like, if they don't avoid... I guess that's not true, because they, like, explicitly attack people in previous episodes, that's why it was scary, but, like... I don't know. I think it's just because there was, like, a Digimon there. So, like, all the partners were distracted. So the, like, the weird old guy could, like, fucking attack Hero.
Yeah, for some reason the stakes feel very different when it's children fighting a giant monster versus children fighting grown-ass adults.
Yeah, it sure does. The sense of scale feels very skewed.
Yeah.
But they do, like, teleport away with, like, using the, like, Digi-Zone thing. I don't know if we still don't seem to have a name for
yeah,
this.
Ruli takes them to the digital space, and so Hero and all the Digimon just totally disappear, and this guy is kind of left, like, empty-handed, being like, excuse me, what? Also, I should mention that during the fight, Jellymon finally does her magical girl transformation. To this point, she's only been, like, in jellyfish mode, with, like, her body tucked inside, like, the jellyfish head. But, when she... when we see the rest of her body, she is wearing this little, not sure exactly what you call it, sort of like a mantle, I guess? And it's fur-lined and very, very cute.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like this, kind of like elbow-length little fur-lined... Yeah, I guess mantle is the right word. I don't know, I don't know as many fashion words as I should.
Yeah, I don't know fashion words either. I'm just like, oh, coat. Sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and when Ruli takes them to the digital world, Jellymon's like, nice, good thinking. Kiyoshiro, you could learn a thing or two from her. Do better next time. And Kiyoshiro's like, yes, okay.
Yeah. This is funny. He's just like so defeated.
I love seeing Jellymon be rude to Kiyoshiro. It's very funny.
It's very funny. Because it's clear that it's like, yeah, she loves him, but also, like, she hates him.
She's like, this, my boyfriend sucks shit. I love him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so they're fighting. Gammamon does a homing attack. Because, he and Goramon are setting up for like a team attack. So Gammamon just sort of like jumps through the air, then does like the real fast somersault and lands on Goramon's arm. And it does look like he did a Sonic Adventure homing attack there.
Yeah, it kind of does. I could see, like, of the three of them, Gammamon looks the most like a Sonic OC to me, kinda. I think it's the spikes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think I think that's accurate. So, yeah, and Goramon throws Gammamon at Yatagaramon and, sort of follows it up with his own special attack. But they just get knocked away. Everyone's getting their asses kicked. At one point, Yatagaramon just, like, creates this sphere of darkness, and we get this really cool scene where we're just, like, seeing flashes of everyone drawn in this, like, really stylistic monochrome where while everything around them is completely dark, and they're just sort of, like, shouting to each other, and being like, okay, nobody move. We don't know where anyone is, but, and then, Yatagaramon just, like, starts kicking their asses.
I don't know if we ever actually said... I know this is backtracking a little bit, but, did we actually say that Yatagaramon, like, was giving the power to the crow? Like, obviously, like, we did say it, but it was, like, a light power, and now we can do some, like, dark power stuff. That's the only reason I even went back to that, is because it seems like they had said, like, when we were getting information from Angoramon, that it was, like, it had power over darkness, so I was like, where the fuck did this light come from? Why can this light just, like, make Digimon fucking become data? Yeah,
it is called out
really
that Yatagaramon's light attack, which they are apparently able to share with, the other birds, and that's how they've been melting the lock. This sort of, like, light orb attack can just, like, totally degrade... like any data into, like, its base binary components. So
that's
at one point, Gammamon is, like, charging at Yatagaramon, and Goramon's just like, hold up there, buddy. If that light touches you'll be broken down into ones and zeros. Better not.
That seems kind of broken. I don't know. At least it can't seem to use this light while it's using its dark power or whatever. So it's just kind of kicking the shit out of the Digimon partners when it does this, like, big dark ball dome. The kids are, like, fine, but the Digimon keep getting, like, they hear their partners getting the shit kicked out of them and stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty tense scene. Like,
yeah.
And stylistically, it looks very nice.
It looks really cool, yeah. I think eventually the darkness, like, dissipates, and the three partners are just, like, lying, like, on the ground, like, really beat up. The kids are kind of, like, freaking out, especially because they see, like, the big bird, like, making this, like, the glowing attack that we had mentioned before that could, like, turn them into data, right? and then it, like, gets close to the three of them, but then, like, Gammamon, like, launches up and, like, bites his leg.
Yeah, because Gammamon is motivated to continue fighting because he is still mad about his chocolate that was taken by the crows.
He's so mad.
He's so food motivated.
Damn, me too.
Yeah, so he chomps on this bird's leg, which turns out to not go super well for him because Yatagaramon just, like, flies up really high and then just dive bombs the ground and just yeets Gammamon straight downward. And Gammamon
straight into the dome, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it kind of aims him, like, at the geodesic dome, and Gammamon is flapping his shitty little wings, trying to fly. It is not doing much, and he's just careening towards the ground, and he, yells to Hiro that he needs to fly, and it's a very tense scene, and then we get a new evolution.
Yeah, I feel like this maybe would have been more tense if we didn't see that he gets 3 evolutions in the opening.
Yeah, true.
Or 3, specifically 3 champion evolutions. Like, it's all the same level. He's not, like, going to ultimate or anything. He's just, instead of doing the Beto Gammamon, it's like Kasu Gammamon? Wait, where did I...
Kaus Gammamon.
Kaus Gammamon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kaus Gammamon is a blue guy.
He's blue. He's blue like Sonic the Hedgehog. Damn,
blue now.
We're really getting to the bottom of this.
Damn, we're getting to the bottom of this. I like that everyone reacts so they're just like, oh my god, he's blue now.
He's blue now.
It's just very funny. He's got, like, these hang glider arm things.
Yeah.
That make it so he can, like, catch breezes and fly. He kind of has, like, jets, too?
Yeah. Yeah, he does have kind of these air jets all over his body. And yeah, he's struggling a little with flying at first because, he can really only glide with his wings. And then Hiro is like, you need to use the air currents, buddy. So then Kaus Gammamon, like, sort of sees, this swirl of air, probably like an updraft or something. And then, he sort of gets the hang of it in time to, ride the air current and, turn around and launch himself at Yatagaramon. And he kind of just flies around. He uses his special attack, Urda Impulse, which, he just fires up his jets and charges into Yatagaramon a bunch of times. And, he kind of kicks its ass.
Yeah. It, like... He does a good job. Like, I was like, isn't this an ultimate Digimon? But, like, doesn't matter. The power of friendship, baby, makes you strong.
It does. That's literally true in Digimon.
Yeah, so he, like, kicks its ass, and, like, it runs away.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep fighting. It doesn't, like, talk to them like previous monsters of the week or anything like that. It just fucking leaves.
Yeah.
It's just like, hit the bricks. If you don't like it, hit the bricks,
Yeah, it's kind of just like, all right, enough of this. I'm out.
So, I thought it was interesting that it was, like, flying away and Ruli, like, made the digital world disappear and was just like, yeah, we'll just let it go.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure the thought behind it. Maybe just that, like, oh, well, it was gonna fly away anyway. Maybe the Digi Zone area only goes so far. I didn't really fully get it. Like, maybe I'm thinking about it too much, but I'm just like, they just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, I think their options were kind of limited at that point. Like, I think, like, if they were to make, like, the digital zone go away, then, like, they would have to stay there too. And, yeah, probably better to let it get away than just to, like, keep fighting when they, you know, only have, like, one functioning Digimon.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's kind of, like, better that it ran away instead of, like, trying to keep attacking them or anything. It's kind of like a truce.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, though, still, that, like, he just flew away, and, like, a bunch of the birds went with it.
Yeah, it does seem like, it is kind of a different conclusion than we've gotten so far, you know? Instead of, it does seem like this was, like, an enemy that they really couldn't talk to, since we don't really see this bird actually, you know, directly communicating. I
thought it said something once or twice, maybe?
Don't remember it ever saying something. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, I might have just been, like, confused in the heat of the moment. Oh, speaking of talking, Gammamon's voice is so high even when he's digivolved. He's such a little boy baby voice. I'm like, this is a baby in a teenager or, like, adult body or whatever. I guess it's called adult form, but, like, this is a baby boy.
Yeah, and when he turns back to Gammamon, he is, like, you know, very happy and proud of himself for having flown like that. He's pretty psyched about it, and it's very cute.
I like that he's like, yay, I took revenge on them stealing my food. It's like, what the fuck?
This boy, we can really tell what his motivation is. He's not that complex of a character. He's just in it for the food. So, you know, we see the guy who's been helping the birds. He's devastated as, you know, Yatagaramon and the other birds are flying away. He's just been divorced.
Yeah, damn.
Damn. And
she left you, buddy.
So then we get the Angoramon line as the episode sort of closes out, and he says that the caged bird yearns for freedom, but wild birds yearn for friends. So, you know, we see that some of the birds are going with Yatagaramon, but, you know, some of them are sort of splitting off and returning to their old homes. And, you know, we see Chiruru, the bird, you know, the bird from earlier, you know, going back to Mika. And, you know, that's sort of where the episode closes.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, but that was a caged bird. Okay. That's not that funny. That's kind of like, well. But it is cute to see a little bird on her shoulder.
Yeah, it's nice that we got, you know, little resolution to that particular plot thread.
It was good. It was a good episode. I was a little surprised to see Gammamon evolving again before anyone else did, but I also was like, well, he has 3 of them, so
yeah.
They kind of got to show, you know.
Yeah, I am kind of itching to see the other characters evolve. I'm like, when do Angoramon and Jellymon get a turn?
I like that they're still all fighting together and stuff, though.
Yeah. It almost sort of seems like the way the way that Angoramon particularly reacts to the evolutions, it seems like that these it seems like it's sort of the. I mean, obviously, we know that Angoramon and Jellymon are going to get evolutions, but I think if we were just looking at this like purely from the story and narrative so far, it kind of seems like they're setting up Gammamon as like the only Digimon with the ability to do these temporary evolutions. At least it sort of seems like that's how Angoramon's reacting to it.
It seems like it's very unusual. Like usually Digimon are just, they digivolve as they get older, as they get stronger, not like this temporary, like, one and done sort of thing. Seems like in this version of Digimon, there isn't really Digidestined or anything. Like, there isn't, at least not that, like, Angora knows. And he seems to, like, have a Angoramon knows. And he seems to have a decent amount of, like, fact knowledge stuff.
Yeah, Angoramon is the one who knows things, and he doesn't know about this, so it must be pretty uncommon.
Angoramon has high wisdom. Jellymon has high int. Gammamon has... He's high other things.
Yeah.
Charisma. He has high charisma. They kind of all do.
He's probably got some stats, you know. Yeah, I did not necessarily think of a segment for this week.
No, me neither. I keep, like, not thinking of one. It might just be a shorter episode, which makes sense since there's only two of us anyway.
Yeah, let's save our segments for when we've got all the dang hosts back.
All the dang hosts. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so yeah, and is that all for this episode? Do we want to go straight to plugs?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you wanted to mention anything about, like, next time or anything, but I guess you probably know too much to say anything.
I've watched episode 8, and I don't want to spoil it, but I will just say it's a very fun time. It gets pretty ridiculous pretty fast, and I'm very, very into it.
I love that, though. Sometimes you just need...
It does just have big, just go with it energy. Things are just happening, and we like it.
I like that it's gesturing towards, like, a yokai parade sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the next time on, I keep, like, not watching it. I'm like, I should wait, probably, so I don't, like, affect the recording, since Emery's gonna watch them anyway, but maybe I'll go watch that after our recording.
Yeah, I've just been watching all the episodes twice, once when they air, and once to prepare for the episode.
You probably remember more that way.
Yeah. Ostensibly, I mean, my brain kind of sucks right now, but, you know.
It be like that. It do be like that, you know. But yeah, we can just go into plugs now if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it. Where can we find you, Morg?
Oh, sure, I can go first. You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. From there, you can find me on my other podcasts. Sonic Shuffle is probably the most active. It's a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast where I learn about Digimon from Dan or bigger challenges, and I learn about it with Emery's co-host on a different podcast that she'll mention. And then you can also find me on Departure Lounge, a Hunter x Hunter podcast, like airplane themed podcast, where I go through it for the first time. And then soon. I'm not sure when it's going to be out because of the holiday that we just had with Thanksgiving, and because it's going to be an every other week kind of thing, but you'll be able to find me on Forward ReZero, a ReZero watch podcast where I watch it for the first time, and my two co-hosts guide me through it, and it's gonna be a weird time because it's kind of a show that starts off kind of weird.
Yeah, I know basically nothing about ReZero, and I'm probably not going to watch it from from what I've heard of people's impressions, but I am looking forward to that podcast.
Yeah, listen to me maybe watch it too, but I like to watch I like to listen to podcasts of things I don't watch all the time. Like, you will not catch me watching Secret Life of American Teenager, but I will listen to Jerkin' It for sure, which is a noise-based podcast. I guess you have to plug first before we do all that. Sorry.
No worries.
You would think after like 8 weeks or whatever of this, I would know what I was doing as far as plugging myself, but I'm just jumping all over the place.
No, listen. Podcasts are allowed to be chaotic. In fact, it's preferable that they are, in my opinion. So you can find me on Goin' Will Hunting. That's a Hunter x Hunter podcast I do with the aforementioned Devin and his roommate Sky. We talk about Hunter x Hunter. We release episodes sometimes. It's a pretty good time. Right now Devin is having a really hard time uploading audio files from his computer, but he should probably have a new functioning computer sometime in the future, so we're hoping to be able to actually publish some stuff once that is set up. So fingers crossed, looking forward to that. You can also find... I also do art sometimes. I do little drawings, and you can find those on furaffinity.net. My username on that platform is SpaceRobot. Most of it is safe for work. I don't know. You can also commission me if you want to get in touch and see my price sheet. My email for that is spacerobotart@gmail.com. That's SpaceRobotart@the Gmail. Yeah, also check out our Twitter for this show. That is just twitter.com/digighostgaze. And our Discord, which will be linked in the show notes. Come to our Discord channel and tell us about your persona. We love it.
Yeah, we love it. I posted the only, professional picture of mine. And yeah, follow the Twitter. I'll try to be a little better at updating it, but definitely come to our Discord. That's where, everyone is.
Yeah.
So you'll keep up with the show even better through that.
Yeah, there's been some pretty fun discussion lately, but it's one of those Discords where it's like a comfortable amount of active, where sometimes it'll go a few days with no posts, and sometimes there'll be like a fun conversation between friends.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell us about our host, Noisespace.xyz?
Yeah, I did start doing that. So, you can find us at Noisespace.xyz, a podcast incubator. It's a lot of cool podcasts on there, like the aforementioned Jerkin' It and Sonic Shuffle.
Yeah.
It's a Zed because the person who set it up is from Canada. It do be like that. So I'm contractually obligated to call it that. I think that's kind of...
Yeah, that's all I got.
Hell yeah.
All right, so until next time, poltergeists, ghouls, and non-boonaries, ready to say the thing that we say at the same time? Digimon is for the gays. See you later, everyone.
Bye, everyone.